don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event. Now with the shot, it's got one of the greats. Champions of the world.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that. The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes.
Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Whoa, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going. Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Liebe Boxsportfreunde, hallo und herzlich willkommen zum großen Homecoming von Agit Kabayel live aus der Rudolf-Weber-Arena hier im wunderschönen Oberhausen. Das Ganze präsentiert von Queensberry Promotion, Goldstar Promotion und DAZN und unterstützt von B-Win, Photium-Dichtstoffe, Golden Next Trade und Top Golf Oberhausen. Wir beginnen mit 4 Vorkämpfen, die kostenfrei zu sehen sind. Ab 19 Uhr geht es dann weiter mit dem Pay-Per-View live auf DAZN und dem Titelkampf zwischen Agit Kabayel und Damian Knyba. Der erste Kampf des heutigen Abends ist ein Duell im Cruisergewicht, angesetzt auf 8 mal 3 Minuten und ich rufe in die rote Ecke Milosav Savic.
Well, good afternoon and welcome back. We kick the year off 2026 in style and ringside in Germany. And this is our first bout of the evening.
Und ich rufe seinen Gegner in die blaue Ecke, Oronzo Birardi.
And fighter number 2 is Oronzo Birardi, born in Italy but German by nationality, and actually a familiar face on the UK scene, having boxed in the UK on multiple occasions. He is one tough man and was one of the first to go the whole distance with Alois Jr., who was on a knockout rampage at the time.
Die Punktrichter in diesem Kampf sind Henrik Schramm, Mauricio Rinaldo und Daniela Otten, ihr Referee Francesco Gippetto. Der Boxer in der roten Ecke ist 31 Jahre jung, 1,80 Meter groß und wog ein mit 89,86 Kilogramm. Seine Bilanz: 20 Kämpfe, 9 Siege, 7 Knockouts. Aus Novi Sad, Serbien, Milosav Savic. Und sein Gegner in der blauen Ecke ist 25 Jahre jung, 1,87 Meter groß und wog ein mit 90,26 Kilogramm. Seine Bilanz: 10 Kämpfe, 9 Siege, 6 Knockouts. Aus Mainz in Deutschland, Oronzo Birardi.
Well, here we go then. Bout 1 of the evening. 8 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. Boxing out of that red corner in the red shorts is Milosav Savic against Oronzo Birardi in those white shorts with the Italian flag. I'm lucky to be joined tonight by a couple of Birchall brothers, Leighton Birchall and Will Birchall. Good evening to you fellas. How are we?
All good, Darren. You? All good.
Good. Always good to see you ringside. Normally better to see you in there doing the business, but you're doing a completely different job tonight. As we see Oronzo Birardi come forward with that left hook and a big straight right hand. He looks confident, doesn't he, Leighton?
Yeah, Barardi's 100% and he's wants to let his hands go, looks like. But Savic doesn't know rollover, he's throwing back.
That's exactly what we like to see. Both men just standing in the centre of the ring there, and Barardi just dips over on that left foot of his and chucks that overhand right, which just brushes the chin of Savic, the man from Serbia.
They both come out here and they're both boxing well. Don't let their hands go. Savage is starting to lose his shape a little bit. Good shot.
Good left hook there from Birardi.
Good shot, he's changing the levels up and down. I'd like to see a bit more of a setup from Barardi, not just winging it over the top, a bit more of a setup. A bit more on the defensive side too.
Good shots on the return there from Saszik, Will.
Yeah, good shots. He looks like he's setting something up, you know. He's timing something.
I think what you pointed out, rather than just kind of looking for those one shots and those twos, Birardi needs to just do a little bit more work before, doesn't he, to have that success.
There's no rollover here.
Stop.
Yeah, this kid's thrown back. He wants to let his hands go. He's here to win. There's 7 wins by KO.
Yeah, he's obviously got some decent hands on him, some heavy hands, Saszik. And Barardi will know that. And that was nice. A little jab downstairs and then just short left hook over the top upstairs, which worked well.
He's just sitting there a little bit too long, maybe adjust his feet a little bit.
Good solid shots there from Barardi.
Pushing him back now.
He's just starting to get a little bit of confidence now. He's taken a few shots from Saszik. And he kind of knows what's coming back and feels that he can take it. Nice and busy with that jab. Be keen to see him move a little bit and not just kind of stand there and soak up those shots when they come back.
Yeah, he's doing good work, and then he's just standing there and spoiling his good work a little bit. He needs to just get back to his boxing.
Well, that's round 1 done and dusted. Oronzo Birardi and Saszik are both former opponents of Alois Jr., one of the UK cruiserweights who's making a lot of noise. As I said in the ring, Birardi was the first man on a 7-fight knockout rampage from Alois Jr., who took in the distance. So he's definitely got a chin. He's durable, and that can be its weight in gold, can't it?
Yeah, that Alois Jr. meant to have dynamite in his fist, so taking the distance after a few rounds, you know, he's capable.
So we know that there's a solid chin there when it comes to Barardi, Will, but you picked up on a couple of occasions in that opening round about maybe, was he admiring his work a little bit too much, do you think?
Yeah, he was just spoiling it. He was doing some lovely work, and then he was just covering up, and he was just, if you're going to cover up, at least come back with a few, do you know what I mean, or move out the way. He was just staying there a little bit too long, but hopefully he gets back to his boxing there in the second round and he gets back to his job.
Well, let's see if he can do just that as he tries to be the aggressor there. Nice short right hand from Barardi, and good shots coming back from Saszik, who, as you have rightly said, he's no pushover at all and has stopped 7 people out of his 9 wins.
Barardi needs to keep his shape a little bit, not just looking at the attack, move his feet a little bit, so he's just standing there. Like to see a bit more on the defensive side.
Good defence there from Saszik, the man from Serbia. Just blocked that left hook from Barardi and came back with a couple of decent shots of his own.
Yeah, I like what he's doing here, Savage. You know, he's not a pushover. He's letting his hands go, and he's got his respect as he has.
Barardi looking a little bit more energetic on his toes. There's a bit more of a bounce there. Oh, nice right hand, loaded up a little bit too much and it missed.
He's clever, this Savage, though, pulling the guard when he tucks up too tight, and he knows what he's doing in there. A good little scrap, this, boys.
They can be tough, those kind of clever opponents, can't they? You two know well, when you've got one of those away corner fighters in front of you that knows every trick in the book, it can be a tricky night's work, can't it?
Yeah, listen, 100%, you know, they're not just coming to spoil the party as well. Like, a good win on these shows can catapult you to good things, so they're coming and they're letting their hands go, and they're doing some good work here, you know.
Absolutely bang on the money. Good busy work from both men. Saszik just complaining of a shot round the back of the head there. We're going to just over a minute to go in this second round. A reminder that this one is scheduled for 8 in the Cruiserweight division.
He's got a bit of a spring in his step now. See there, fainting. Yeah, nice, that's better. And a little movement after, you see?
And that's what you both spoke about earlier on, is about doing a little bit more work before he throws those shots, and you're starting to see it now, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it, there we go, certainly. And not being there to be it again after his punch, it's better. Pulling the guard again. I think Savage is starting to get tired a little bit here. Yeah, Barardi's finishing the round well. I think he's just won this round, to be fair.
Good right hand over the top then from Birardi.
Savage shakes his head.
But almost always, when a fighter shakes their head, you know better than I do, that means it got through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Oronzo Birardi was actually a decent amateur, won a fair few amateur titles in terms of what he did in Germany. And we're seeing bits and pieces of that kind of amateur style where he bounces up on his feet.
Yeah,
and he boxes better when he does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd like to see him settle down there. He's got 8 rounds, he's got a long time in the ring, so if he's looking for the knockout too much, he's going to gas himself out. So I'd like to see him move his head a little bit more, trigger him a little bit more, draw it out of him. He's capable to draw it out of him and then get the big shot off.
Well, do you think he's just kind of ever so slightly putting his pedal to the metal as each kind of 30 seconds goes by and increasing the attack and what he's doing? Are you seeing that as a fighter sat on the outside of the ropes?
Yeah, 100%. You know, he just needs to get back to his boxing and start setting up and just enjoy selling there. And listen, it's a big occasion, it's a big night, it's a great night of boxing. He just needs to get back to his boxing, and I think he could get him out there later on. You know, I'd like to see him attack the body a little bit more. Just head, just come out, he's boxing running.
Saszik on that front foot, trying to find whatever gap that he can. Barardi throws a nice jab there and turns a left hook straight afterwards and catches him clean with it. And they're the sort of shots which Saszik needs to make sure that he doesn't get caught with as often as he is at the moment. But he comes back again. I can't imagine that he's going to back off at all. I'm sure he will start feeling a bit of fatigue.
Just simple boxing here from Barardi, you know. He's that's all he needs, just simple boxing. That's better. Back on the jab. Savage is definitely starting to tire a little bit though. Oh, good shot.
Both through exactly the same time there. And both right hands went over both of their right shoulders. Good work there with the jab from Saszik. Nicely timed check hook from Barardi.
Good shot.
Just starting to put those shots together now. Even if they've not got too much power behind him, he's doing a bit more, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. He looks the more active fighter in there. Working his jab well this round.
He loves that left hook, does Barardi. Lunges him with it.
He comes a little bit high with it though. I'd like to see him tuck his chin into his shoulder and really put his elbow through the shot.
And for me, it looks like Saszik has picked up on it now, because almost every time that big lunging left hook comes in, he's catching it. And what Barardi needs to be careful of, correct me if I'm wrong, is he doesn't counter after he's caught it.
Yeah, 100%, yes. Maybe even double up on the left hook. I suggest he likes pizza. He's got pizza on his socks.
He's a bit of a character, is Barardi. He's brought a few people with him here this evening. This place will be absolutely rocking later on. It is a sellout. When Agit Kabayel comes out for his homecoming, the noise will be through the roof. But for now, we're focusing on this one in round 3 as we go into the last 25 seconds or go. 25 seconds or so.
Good fight this, you know, for the opening bout of the evening. It's a good little scrap, this. Good shot. Yeah,
nice right hand there from Saszik.
Double the attack up now. 2-3 phase attack, and again. There you go. Better. Yeah, it was a good win for Arlos Jr., wasn't it? Beating this guy.
It was a good win. Definitely a good win. A very good, and I don't mean this disrespectfully in any way, but like a solid stepping stone.
Yeah, listen, the kid's boxing well here, you know. He's a good contender in the Cruiserweight division. Yeah, he's boxing well here, you know. Like I said, this Savage hasn't come over to roll over, you know. Got 7 knockouts out of his 9 wins. He's obviously doing something right.
Mate, how important is it that you've got a decent opponent in front of you? Because when you're kind of like very early on and you've got like sometimes a really negative journeyman away corner fighter, that can be incredibly frustrating. I don't know how much you take away from it, but when you've got a really good, solid opponent in front of you, you learn lots, don't you?
Yeah, when you've got someone who's tricky inside and listen, they're there to survive, they're ready to fight next week and get paid again, do you know what I mean? So they don't want to get stopped. They spit the gum shoot out, chuck themselves up the floor, anything to just survive and see the final bell. So, yeah, a live opponent in front of you is always handy and keeps you switched on. So, yeah. But as a prospect, you like a good knockout. I don't like going the distance anyhow.
No, we've seen that. We've seen that in your fights, and we'll get on to you two and what's next, hopefully in a bit if we've got a bit of time. But here we are in round 4. And Barardi straight out, nice and light on those toes. There's that amateur style where he bounces up and down and just flicks that jab out, body and head and body. And that's, I think, where he can catch Saszik. He's being clever and being busy and giving him lots to think about.
Looks big in there, Barardi. Looks big.
He does. He does look very big. There you go. There's a shot you were looking for. You said he'd have a success and he gets caught there. And I tell you what, the referee will probably have a word with that because Saszik was down on one knee and a couple of shots went in when he was down taking a knee. And I think that will be it. And the referee has seen enough. And Oronzo Birardi finishes with, I tell you what, he must have heard you because you spoke about the success of that left hook, but you said it's what happens after. So it's that double left hook or that straight right hand, you put it into action, Leighton, and it worked a treat.
Yeah, the future don't mess about, you know.
He knows his stuff inside and outside of the ring.
But stoppage, you know.
It was a good stoppage, wasn't it? And look, a punch when he was on his way down, he was on his knee. You fighters,
anything to win.
Yeah, anything to win, but kind of big, you know, it's a big moment. You're on a big card in Germany.
As a fighter as well, when you've got someone you're in that flow and you're letting your arms go, it's just the heat of the moment thing. I don't think it was deliberate or anything. He was just, I think he was halfway on the way down. I don't think he was too much on the floor. It was a good stoppage by the referee as well.
Yeah, well done that man. A good opening bout to kick this card off. Kick 2026 off. If you're just joining us, we are live ringside in Germany for an action-packed card, which will be topped with Agit Kabayel in his homecoming. Oronzo Birardi gets the stoppage, and MC Mark Bergman has the official time for us. Well, I don't know what your German's like, chaps, but Barardi officially announced a winner with a knockout win. Looks good on his record as well, that does, and he'll be keen to move onwards and upwards and be involved in those bigger fights. And we've seen he's been over to the UK, he's been all over the place in Europe. He is one of those typical has gloves and gum shield, will travel type of fighters, and we love those kind of guys.
Yeah, the same as my brother Nelson got the call 2-3 days ago, Wednesday, was it Wednesday? Wednesday or Tuesday night. Straight away, jumped straight on the plane a couple hours later and flew over, and hopefully big performance later on.
That psychologically has got to be a, you know, like you've got to be a particular type of fighter to be like that, Will, haven't you?
Oh, of course, yeah. You've got to be ready, you know, in this game. You've always got to be ready to show up, and that's exactly what we're coming to do, and hopefully a big performance later.
Absolutely, and these are the fighters who are showing up. We have got some more heavyweight action coming here live in Germany, so expect some big punches. We've had the Cruiserweights, we're going to have a middleweight WBA international title bout. and then finish the prelims with 2 heavyweight contests before the main show starts live on DAZN. Javier Herrera from your gym is on the card this evening. He's a character, right?
He's a proper character, you know, and he's a handful, you know. He backs it up in the ring, and he's a great person to be around in the gym. He's always thriving, and hopefully I'm the new WBC Interim World Champion tonight, you know. We're back to return to the gym in Liverpool.
Yeah, some character he is. Fight though, but he can fight, and he changed his life tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, potentially he does. Potentially he does. He had a probably one of his toughest fights yet on the last show which he boxed on, and I remember interviewing him afterwards, and I said, "Is that your hardest test yet?" And to be honest, I didn't expect the answer he gave me, and he took a deep breath and he looked at me in my eyes and he went, yeah. Because it was hard work, but he would have learned a lot about him that night.
Yeah, it was as hard as he made it that night though. It wasn't his best performance, but tonight he's really firing on all cylinders in the gym, and he's ready tonight. Massive fight, and like I said, he changed his life tonight.
Well, it is a cracking gym, the Rotunda. That's where you guys box out of. Have you got any dates you're allowed to talk about in terms of when you guys are going to be back out?
Yeah, I'm out on the 7th of February on the Nick Ball undercard. There's Leighton out on the... We're not too sure about that yet, we can't say too much, but he's out soon again. And we've got Nelson out again on the 24th of January on the Moser Town undercard, 2 weeks tonight, fighting for the Youth Commonwealth title. So yeah, exciting times ahead.
Yeah, Nelson's out tonight, so all goes to plan.
Well, here's what Kabayel said about his fight later tonight.
Avoided heavyweights. Do you feel that's true? Are other fighters avoiding fighting you?
With this style and this motor, Kabayel looks to be a headache for anybody in the heavyweight division. Oh, the body shot again!
Kabayel is bullying the monster now.
It's the body shot that are undoing him. Agit Kabayel celebrating. It's done. Wow. It's done. What a statement.
The most impressive win of his career so far.
Before the weird season, I fight in Germany only for 4,000 or 5,000 people. You know, and now I come back, I sell out the arena in 5-6 days. 12,000 people come in the arena. When I fight with all 3 guys, I'm the underdog, you know. I think now I'm on the map. Always, I believe in myself, you know, and I'm a hard worker, you know. Every fight you bring more, you know, you will make the best vision in yourself, you know. And every training you come level up. I think every fight brings you more, you are better than before. Motivation is good, you know, but I think in 1 month, 2 months, the motivation is not for the long time, I think so. Everything is discipline, you know, and I have a discipline. I hope one time I will be a world champion, you know, this is my dream. I train very hard. I train for my dream, and this is Agit Kabayel, I think. My coach is like my second father, you know. He see everything what I make, you know. When he see I make everything perfect, and he not talk so much, but when he see I make in the sparring time we have big problems. But in the condition and the muscle training, you know, I train hard and everything is fine. Hard work, smart work, discipline. This is, you know, my focus, my mentality. 26 fights was everything fine. Why not? Why I will change? You know, everything is perfect. I never lose. It's good. First about Damian Knyba, you know, this is the first step, and after, why not, the world title shot, huh? whoever. For me, it's no problem. I fight everyone, you know, for me, it's no problem. The first fight is in January. We have a long time in the year for the second fight. I fight in the year 3 times. For me, it's no problem. I like fight. I train for this. This is my life. The situation is not easy, you know. Not to give him the name, he say Kabayel is the boogeyman in the heavyweight division. Huh? All guys in the heavyweight division will not fight with me. But Usyk gives the belt, and now is WBO champion Fabio Wortley. And we will see after my next fight what is the situation, you know. But first about I fight with Damian. After my fight, maybe we will see what comes in the future. Now my motivation is my family, my daughter. You know, this is one of the biggest motivation right now. And I think I make everything for my family. Every fight I go in this, it's the same situation, you know. I go in the ring, I give my best performance. I fight for my fans, you know. This is the best thing what I can make, you know. And no, I have no pressure. The fans will say this, where's Kabayel? Look in the rankings. You know, I had to say myself, I'm the biggest fighter, I'm good, you know. The fans will say Kabayel is good or he's not good. I think Usyk, you know, this is the best fight for me. You know, I think also for the fans. I say this more time. We have so much Ukrainian people in Germany. It's easy to sell out the tickets in 1 week. You know, we can go to the stadium, the biggest stadium in Germany. I have a big community also here, and why not? I think for the fans, this is the biggest matchup right now. But yeah, first about Damian, and after we can talk.
Well, fellas, gotta say that the heavyweight division is unbelievable at the moment, isn't it? There's so much going on. There's so many great characters. A big performance tonight from Kabayel potentially sets up. You know, he's got a win tonight. Massive clash. A big clash is maybe like a Daniel Dubois or one of those big names, right?
Yeah, absolutely massive for him tonight. But listen, this Knyba is no walkover, is he? What is he? 17-0. 17-0.
Undefeated, yeah.
6'9". Big guy. Can't underestimate anyone in these heavyweight divisions, you know. Especially a big lump, 6'9", 17-0. And like I says, a win here could change your life. So can't underestimate anybody. But I'd like to see Kabayel and I'd like to see, hopefully, touch wood, everything goes on the 24th for Moses. I'd like to see Moses and Kabayel get it on later in the year, you know.
There's just potential for so many different fights, isn't there? Yeah. There's fighters who are coming to the, to the end of their career and whatever else, and fighters who have got decisions to make, and then there are loads of good up-and-coming heavyweights. And Moses Atama looks like, from what we've seen so far, that he's going to be the man to
be the one to take over, isn't he? In a couple of years' time. He's a handful, Moses, isn't he? He's just very good. I've watched Moses come up. I've known Moses since a little boy, and coming through the England team when we were in Nelson and that, and special talent, you know. Very good, and I do believe that he is going to be the future undisputed world champion, and I generally do believe that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, I'm not claiming to know Moses really well. I've spent a little bit of time around him at events, interviewing him, being in the changing rooms when fighters through the gym have you've been on the card or whatever else. And he's got a very level head as Moses Atama.
Yeah. Well,
very mature, isn't he?
He's only young, isn't he? He's only 21, just turned in back end of December, so he's only young, but very mature. He's very mature for his age, isn't he? But yeah, he's some fighter. Wow.
Well, we are ready for our next fight, so over to Mark Berglund. The sound of that Mexican music, the sombrero, the whole outfit tells you that this man means business. Juan Jose Rodriguez Duran, 28 years old from Mexico. He's a big puncher, having won 19 fights by knockout, and 17 of those have come in the first 4 rounds. So, do not blink. This could be good fun.
Is this middleweight?
Gleb Bakshi.
And incoming is Gleb Bakshi, an Olympic medalist and world champion. He is both a bronze medalist from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics and also a gold medalist from the 2019 AIBA World Boxing Championships as well, and doing fantastically as a pro. 6 fights, 6 wins. This should be a highly skilled contest.
Der Boxer in der roten Ecke ist 28 Jahre jung, 72,12 Kilo war sein Kampfgewicht und seine Bilanz 22 Kämpfe, 21 Siege, 19 Knockouts aus Cadereyta, Jiménez, Nuevo León, México, Juan José Rodríguez Duran. Und sein Gegner in der blauen Ecke ist 30 Jahre jung, 1,85 Meter groß und er wog 1,71,66 Kilogramm. Als Amateur holte er Gold bei den Weltmeisterschaften 2019 und Bronze bei den Olympischen Spielen 2020. Seine Profibilanz: 6 Kämpfe, 6 Siege, 4 Knockouts. Er ist der amtierende WBA Intercontinental Champion im Mittelgewicht, Gleb Bakshi.
Well, here we go then. Bout 2 of the evening, a title bout. In the red corner, Juan José Rodríguez Duran, boxing out of those silver and burgundy shorts. And in the opposite corner, from Serbia, Gleb Bakshi, fighting in the orange and white shorts.
Good fight, this Gleb. Be good for.
Oh, decent right hand there, straight away from Duran. No relation of stone hands, but he's getting straight to business here.
He's come out and he's took the centre of the ring and he's letting his hands go, you know. He's not coming to mess about, has he?
He's not keeping this up for 10 rounds.
Well, Bakshi needs to just kind of get his feet in order, get some rhythm going.
Good shot.
Southpaw.
The switch hitter here, it looks like.
Duran just loading up those right hands, and you're right. Whether he'll be able to keep this going for 10 rounds, and whether Bakshi will be able to stand there for 10 rounds. That was a beautiful left hook there from Gleb Bakshi. The timing was impeccable. That left hand went over the top.
He's gone.
And the legs of Juan Duran are all over the place.
Shot.
And that was a perfectly timed shot in the opening round. What a performance straight away. We said he needed to get his feet in place. He did that.
Still unstable.
He needs to get him sat down.
Someone needs to hold on to him.
Lovely shot, that. Peach of a left hand.
Came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah. It did, yeah. He was Mexican, he come out swinging, he was rushing his work a little bit, and you could just see he was going to land over the top any time. Beautiful shot. Jesus.
And I tell you what, tip of the hat to the referee, because there are lots of referees
who would have
carried that on, and then all that would have happened there is he would have been flattened with something else.
100%. Listen, you know, that was a lovely shot, and the referee done his job, and perfect stoppage at the right time.
What a buzz for Gleb Bakshi. That one was meant to, well, he was scheduled for 10 rounds. The WBA International Middleweight Championship. And he looked like he was getting a little bit overwhelmed in the opening 10-15 seconds as Duran just kind of came forward, just lunging in with that big, heavy Mexican right hand of his. But he got his feet in place, he got his rhythm there, he got his distance, and the timing was spot on. He made it look easy, didn't he?
He did, yeah. He did, yeah. It was a lovely shot. Wow. Clean.
He's going to have to go and do some rounds on the pads. But they're just trying to get the gloves off of Gleb Bakshi before they get both fighters to the centre of the ring.
Wow, fair play.
What a couple of fights to kick this show off in Germany. And a couple of stoppages as well. There might be a bit of a theme here.
Arena's starting to fill up now too. Going to be some buzzing here later on. Peach of a shot.
But I tell you what, one of the lines that I said in the ring walks was blink and you might miss it. But the fighter I was talking about when I said that was Duran, because of those 19 fights that he's won by knockout. Bakshi had won 4 by knockout before in his 6 wins. And that is knockout or stoppage number 5. Looks brilliant on the record. Highlight reel stuff. And he moves on to bigger and better things. Well, Mark Bourbon has the official time, so we shall hand over to him.
Sieger des Kampfes nach 54 Sekunden in der ersten Runde durch Knockout. Und damit immer noch WBA Intercontinental Champion im Mittelgewicht, Gleb Bakshi.
Well, no mucking about there from Gleb Bakshi, who was fantastic. He's going to be buzzing all night, isn't he?
100%. You know, it was a good win. And the kid come out and he nearly took his head off with the first shot, and he kept composed. And he just walked him onto a peach of the left hand. And yeah, like I said, beautiful stoppage, and referee done his job right.
Well, well done to him.
Very, very, very good. What a fighter he is.
Well, we've got a bit of time to do some talking, because I don't think we really expected that to be done in the opening seconds, but it was. And Queensberry are kicking things off in style, because there are so many good cards which have already been announced and plenty more to come. And the next one, in terms of Queensberry live on DAZN, is one we've spoken about a little bit already, is Moses Atauma, who will fight Jermaine Franklin on the 24th of January. That'll be at the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester. We love Manchester. The Manchester boxing scene is booming. But talking about a couple of other fights on that card, one that I really like, which is intriguing, is Willie Hutchinson versus Ezra Taylor.
Yeah, great fight.
How do you see that one go?
I see Willie winning quite convincingly, to be honest. I see him winning quite convincingly, to be honest, yeah. I think it's going to be a good fight. It's a good fight on paper, but
I just think the experience is going to play a big part in this fight, and Willie's on a roll. You know, he's got his head screwed on and he's in a good place, and I do think Willie's going to get the job done in style.
Well, he was excellent last time out in Glasgow, put on a real show. He was buzzing afterwards. I caught up with him moments after the fight, and he was on cloud 9, and it was great to see, because he's had a bit of a kind of up and down journey in recent
He's a good
months.
fighter. He beat that night too, Mike Jeffers.
He is
a very, very
solid
good fighter.
Yeah, solid
very
fighter.
good fighter. Good win that was. Very, very good win.
We always like to see Willie Hutchinson doing well, as we do Ezra Taylor, who, fair play to him. This is a big step up for him, isn't it? And I don't think I'm out of order for saying that. I think it is a big step up for him.
Yeah, it is. You know, he asked for it himself, you know, as well. It was him that was really calling for the fight. He wants to come and take Willie's spot, you know, and like I say, it's a good fight on paper and that, and it's a good watch, a good British dust up. But I just think Willie's he's on good form, you know, and I just can't see Ezra beating him on the night.
But that fight kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it? Because it was Joshua Barardi versus Zach Parker.
They got at it, didn't they? Yeah.
There was something said in an interview, and then all of a sudden they're kind of squaring off against each other. And I swear it was like 3 days later they were on a poster fighting each other. That's one of the wonderful things about this sport, is those kind of things happen. And the next one I want to speak about is Liam Davies versus Zach Miller.
Absolute
cracker.
Very, very, very good fight, but I think Zach's just got the edge. I think Zach will just about edge that fight, but I wouldn't be writing Liam Davies off. Very, very good fight, you know, and another good British dust up. Two lads that I'll be keeping my eye on, as well, as they're in the same weight as me. Still a little bit away, but you've got to keep your eye on these guys. You know, they're in your way, and it's a good fight on paper, and very, very, very good fight. I just think it's a hard one to call, you know. It's a hard one to call. You've obviously got Davis, who's obviously I'd say the little bit heavier under, but then you've got Miller, who's obviously, he's on a roll, you know. He's on good form, and he can box. He can box, and it's a very good fight. It's a hard one to call. I can't see Liam Davies getting through Zach, though. He's very good at keeping him in his shape and keeping his composure, but I would not be writing Liam Davies off. He's meant to have dynamite in his fist, so I wish both men the best of luck.
Both cracking fellas, really, really some of the best people you could meet in sport. And I know that they know each other relatively well. They've done some sparring together over the years. Do you think that'll play a part in any way?
Yeah, because once you spar someone once and you've done a few rounds with them, you know kind of what they're like, do you know what I mean? Obviously you don't know what they're going to do, but you know what they're like and you know what to do, and they'll know what to do on the night, and whoever gets it right on the night will win, and that's just the sad truth of boxing. It'll be a good fight, that, you know, and like you said, they've sparred before, but like Leighton says, you can take a little bit of into it, and it can give yourself a little bit of a booster, but a fight's a fight and a spar's a spar. You can't really take, it's two completely different things, you know, and I don't know, it's a hard one to call, you know, but I'm intrigued to watch it.
I think that's a really intriguing point, actually, because for people who may have dabbed in boxing but have never got to the point which you guys have got to, where you've done unbelievably well as amateurs, but then in the professional ranks as well, we hear that a lot, you know, sparring is sparring and fighting is fighting. For people who have never stood in your boots, try and explain that to people a bit more.
It's like a completely different, because it's like you're getting into the same ring every day for the 8 weeks. You're getting into the same ring, sparring in the same ring, doing pads in the same ring, everything, and you're just jumping in a big massive arena, thousands of people watching you, and it's just like, it's time to go, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? All them rounds in the gym is quite irrelevant now. I've got to go put it all to plan and do a job, so it is nerve-wracking, yeah.
Do you know what it is with the sparring? Obviously, you take positives from it, and you can also take not positives from it, you know. And but the thing is, a fight's a fight. Do you know what I mean? And you can take a little bit of boosters from it and think, oh, I edged the spar and whatever, I won the spar, I feel like I'm better than him, but you can't underestimate no one on them little gloves, 8-ounce gloves, no head guards, you know. It's a completely different thing when you get in that ring, and a lot of pressure on you. You're on the big shows, you're on DAZN, you're trying to impress everyone, and but yeah, listen, great fight, you know. Can't wait to watch it.
Well, plenty to look forward to, both in the future and this evening as well. Roman Fury on tonight's card. We'll start with him, part of the fighting family. Yeah. I think I counted 9 professional Furies from over recent years. Roman was a late starter, even though he was around boxing his entire life, because of his upbringing and what life was like for him. But he never really kind of got involved until lockdown, really. That was when he properly got involved in it. How well do you think he could do in the pro side of the game? Yeah, he'll do well. I'm sure he'll do well. He's a fighting family, and look, he's live on DAZN in Germany, and Agit Kabayel's undercard. It's a massive stage for him, and I hope he goes out, performs, and does the job. And yeah, wish him all the best of luck. Absolutely, and let's just pick one more off of this main card before we look forward to the future. And we've had a quick chat about Javier Herrera earlier on, a man who is most definitely a character and a man who knows how to fight, always exciting. But let's just talk about the big one, which is Agit Kabayel versus Damian Knyba. How do you see that one going, Will? I'll be honest with you, I've not seen too much of Kabayel's opponent, but he's 17-0. He's fighting for the WBC Interim World Heavyweight Champion at the end of the day. He's not going to be coming to roll over, is he? And obviously, he's got a handful in front of him. As Kabayel's a very dangerous man. He's coming off a good win, and I expect a good fight. You know, I can't wait to see that one. Me neither. Well, that is all to come later on. Some good, solid German fighters on there as well. Plenty of heavyweight action, so it really is. If you like your heavyweights, tonight is a card for you. And then, talking of the future, you spoke about it earlier. You're going to be on this Nick Ball versus Brandon Figueroa show in Liverpool. That's a cracking card as well. But look, just looking at the names on that, we haven't got a graphic to show you, so apologies about that. But not only have we got one of the Birchall brothers on that, but we've got the likes of Andrew Kane as well, who just looks like he means business, even if he's walking into Morrison's, doesn't he? Yeah, he's some fighter, Andrew Kane. I think this is this WBC interim as well, what he's fighting for? That's correct, yeah. Yeah, massive fighting. Change his life forever as well. Yeah, so, listen, he said at the press conference, didn't he, the launch presser, this is his opportunity to change his life forever, and a man who's saying that means business, so... They do, but when you look at that boxing scene, we spoke about Manchester, but when you look at the Liverpool boxing scene, obviously Nick Ball is kind of heading that up and doing wonderfully, and kind of the attention and the attraction which he's drawn through the way that he's fighting and his style, that kind of mini Mike Tyson he almost is, isn't he? He's doing some great things. But then Andrew Kane, you've got Jack Turner, who just seems to keep finding a way somehow, somewhere. Yeah, he's one of those ones with dynamite in both fists, isn't he? Yeah, listen, he's Jack Turner's he's a phenomenal talent. You know, he's my training partner, and we do a lot of rounds. We do a lot of rounds in the gym, and me and Boo and Nelson and all the lads, we know how hard he can crack, and he's not just how hard he can crack, he can box, you know, as well. He's a good kid inside and outside the ring, and he's destined for big things. And yeah, do you know, the city of Liverpool's thriving at the minute with boxing, you know. There's loads of good up-and-coming kids coming through, and obviously Nick Ball's leading the way. I also fought on the last Nick Ball show, and that was an unbelievable show, you know, so I can't wait for this one to come around. Can I clear something up, Will, right? Yeah. I've said this on commentary, and I might have got it wrong, but you're going to tell me I've got it right, You didn't really have any intentions of going pro until about a couple of years ago, did you? Because is it right that it was on a show in Belfast where Dev had a chat with you and you said, no, I work with my dads, and he didn't really have too much of an intention to get involved in the boxing game. You're going to leave it to the other brothers, but you've been swayed. Am I right or am I wrong? You are right, you know. I can't remember if that was Nelson's first fight or second fight on Queensberry, and when I walked into the arena, it was obviously also my dream once upon a time, you know, and I seen my brothers doing good things, and I thought I just need to get, even if I just go back to the boxing gym just to train, you know, just for my own mental health and my own mental space. And I started going back, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a few rounds with my brothers. I thought, there's no better person to tell me if I've still got it or not. They're going to be honest and tell me, and I done. They might not say it, but I felt like I'd done pretty too well against them, you know. So yeah, I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it another crack at it, and here I am now, you know, 3-0, 3 knockouts. Crazy guy. Coming from a 4th knockout in a row. What's your thoughts and feelings around that one then? Yeah,
Williams always had it, you know, and Williams set it all off for all of us. We was footballers before we was boxers, and one day Williams said, I want to go to the gym, Dad, and my dad took him to the gym, as well as me and Nelson. Just never ever looked back since. William had a few bad decisions in the amateurs and walked away for a little bit, but he's back now where he belongs. And look, we're all signed with the biggest promotional in the world, so we're not doing something bad, are we?
You're certainly in a very, very good place. And do you know what? I was thinking about, you guys popped into mind when I was thinking about the amateur side of the scene. And the reason I thought about it is because Delicious Ori. Yeah. I was thinking about Delicious Ori, who obviously was an Olympian and did some good stuff as an amateur fighter, and then just found out that the pro game wasn't something that he kind of really wanted to do. And another thing which gets spoken about a lot is how different the amateur side of the sport is and the pro side of the sport. Earlier on I asked you to kind of put people in your shoes to try and understand it when you're talking about sparring and competing. What is it about those two things?
It's like the pros to the amateurs, it's like a different sport altogether. But yeah, I prefer the pros, and listen, I'm getting paid for what I do, and I love to do it, and I love beating people up, so why not get paid to do it? Yeah, the pros, you know, obviously I've not boxed amateur since 2009, but I had 70 odd amateur fights, so I know a little bit about the game. And it was the pros to the amateurs. It's a completely different, utter sport altogether. You know, you can't. It's just different, you know. The training, you've gone from amateur, like fast tip tap tappy, to your pros where you can sit down on your shots and proper focus on what you're doing. And me and my brothers are thriving at the minute, you know. It's the best thing we've done is turn pro.
Well, we're enjoying watching you in the pros, and in terms of enjoying watching and looking forward to stuff, St. Paddy's weekend in Dublin is yet another Queensberry show, topped by Dickens and Kakachi. But also, before we get onto that one, another one of your stablemates, Pierce O'Leary, who's fighting Mark Chamberlain. Yeah, talk us through that fight.
Great fight, you know. Pierce is on a roll, you know. I've been training with him now for the last 4 or 5 months, and he's a phenomenal talent, you know. They call him the Big Bang for a reason, and I generally do believe he's destined for big things. And great night of boxing over in Dublin. I'm looking forward to that one also as well. It just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it, with Queensberry? You know, every couple of weeks now there's a different show, and they're just great fights. Also looking forward to the Dickens Kakachi fight. That's going to be brilliant. And unbelievable show. Can't wait for it.
Tell you what, Dublin will be rocking that weekend.
Unbelievable.
That might be one of the best boxing weekends in the calendar, that one.
I think the undercard got announced today, didn't it? And some good talent on that there undercard. That Bobby Flood is signed to Queensberry also. He's just been announced on it. What a fighter he is. He won the Europeans as an amateur. Very good fighter. Very good.
Standout amateur. And do you know what? A fight which I haven't seen loads of people screaming about yet, but they will be afterwards, and I genuinely think this will be a cracker, is John O'Carroll versus Cole Murphy. Have you seen Cole Murphy before?
Yeah, we have seen a bit. Not yet. We have seen a bit of Cole Murphy. Obviously, we've also seen a bit of John Joe Campbell. But me and my brothers will be watching that fight up close, and we'll be watching it.
You'll be watching it. It will certainly be an interesting one. And Dickens versus Kakachi wasn't one I really kind of was putting together in my head, but another really good one. Very good one. And Kakachi loves it, doesn't he? Like, he's never in a boring fight.
Yeah, not half. Two very solid and seasoned operators, and both of them know how to win a fight, and when it gets tough, both of them know how to win too. So I'd like to see that. What a fight. Very good fight. Looking forward to that, you know. And, you know, I've met Jazz, I've trained with him. I've also met Kakachi, and 2 gentlemen of the sport, you know, proper people, you know. I've spoken to them on numerous occasions, and 2 lovely men, and couldn't happen to 2 better people. I hope that may the best man win.
Do you know what? I was speaking to Steve Bunce a little while ago about atmospheres and some of the greatest atmospheres that he's been around, and so on. And one of them that he mentioned was Dublin and a Katie Taylor walkout in Dublin. Yeah. And that weekend, those headline fights are going to be phenomenal, right? For the 3rd time, because a lot of people listening and watching won't ever experience what you guys experience.
No.
But even like as somebody on a, you know, lower down on the undercard, when your name gets read out by Thomas Tribe or whoever it is, and you walk out into an arena and the lights are bright and you can feel them warm on your back, and your music comes in, you can see your people, and you make your way down to the ring. Just try and sum up what that's like, because like that is one of the things I wish you could bottle up and sell, because you could sell it for a lot of money.
Of course you could, yeah. You can't write it. It's unbelievable. What a feeling. Best, it's the night you dream of when you go into them working men clubs as a young lad, you know, when you're fighting on the amateur shows and you're telling all your mates on boxing on the weekend, and then you blink and you're coming out in big arenas like this, you know. It's nights you dream of, and it's the nights you work extremely hard for, and unbelievable feeling, you know, unbelievable.
Do you find it hard to sleep after a fight? I know this, like, it's completely different worlds, but I really struggle to sleep after a night of commentary, because like the buzz and the kind of everything going on, the sound and the emotion and the atmosphere. Do you struggle to sleep afterwards, or are you like a baby?
I just like watching it back, and
do you just over and over again all the good
like
shots?
Watching it back, yeah. If I perform well, yeah, I like watching it back. But I like to have I like to go out and see everybody and everyone who's bought tickets, and see everyone who's bought tickets, and without them it's not possible, you know, and sponsors and family. It's that's what I like to do, go out, see everyone and thank them, because without them it's not possible. It's in our house, we're always watching boxing anyways, you know. It's my mum calls it the madhouse. It's always we're always watching boxing. So when we win, we're on a buzz and we enjoy our night. And then the next day it's like, oh, Leighton's fighting in 2 weeks. Oh, Nelson's fighting in 4 weeks. You know what I mean? So then it's just straight back onto the journey again, you know. So it's you're happy for a few hours and you wake up and you're like, right, we're back on the go again in a few weeks. So yeah, listen, it's unbelievable feeling. It's a way of life, isn't it, really, this sport? It's not really a job, it's a way of life. It takes over your life.
Yeah.
But that's your job, that's our job at the end of the day. It's meant to take over our life, so it's our job, and we love what we do.
Do you ever get the hump with it?
No, I love it. After bad spars and maybe so, but I'm back in the gym the next day and learning and improving, so it's my life and I love it. So if I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it.
But that's it, you see, they always say no matter what it is, it doesn't matter if it's business or if it's sport or if it's music, if you want to make something or something and you want to be successful with it, it's just making it an obsession, isn't it?
100%, you know. What it is as well, me and my brothers, we love doing it, you know. We all live together in Liverpool. We eat, sleep, train and repeat, you know. It's our life, and listen, in this sport, it's not a hobby. Do you know what I mean? It is your life, it's your job, and at the end of the day, one shot can change your life, so you've got to take things very, very seriously. And yeah, listen, it's unbelievable, you know. It's a great feeling to be on the journey with your brothers as well.
What about people kind of listening to us babble on here as we wait for the next fight, who maybe have who love the boxing, who watch it and have been to ringside but have never kind of had the guts to kind of go to a gym and train and get involved? What would your message be to them?
Yeah, just take that chance, you know, because boxing brings discipline and respect and shows you a new way of life, you know. So, well, it's all I've ever knew, so yeah, just take that chance and go, and I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Well, here's a little small example. Just look at me. For like you says, me and you talking about it the other day in Belfast. 18 months ago, I wasn't boxing, I was working. Obviously always involved in boxing with my brothers, and now look at me, I'm here over in Germany commentating on here, ready to go 4-0 in a few weeks time. So yeah, don't be scared, just go for it and never look back, and enjoy what you do.
There's so many good stories of this, especially in our sport of boxing, and something which I saw earlier on Lawrence Okoli's socials was him with a couple of WBC belts, and he said, I was a kid, or I think his words, not mine, he described himself as a fat kid working in McDonald's, who watched Anthony Joshua in the 2012 Olympics, decided to go for it.
Now look at him, what
incredible.
Was he? Cruiserweight world champion, Bridgerweight world champion, now he's been ordered for the title.
He's up there in the ranks for the heavyweights.
Wow.
And do you know what? When I've seen him recently, I've seen him in person walking past at a show, I don't know, a couple of months ago, I'll tell you what it was when Queensberry had all the fighters, all the heavyweights on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Kabayel was there, and Moses Atama was there, and Dubois, etc. I don't know how Okolie ever made Cruiserweight. It's ridiculous.
He looks bigger than half of them, doesn't he? Massive for the weight, and good fight, you know. Lovely lad, great fighter, and like to see, I'd like to see the likes of him and Kabayel as well. You know, there's
another one. Yeah, you're right.
There's so many heavyweights thriving at the moment, and without them, these big shows really couldn't go ahead. You know, there we go. There, looking at these Ring Magazine heavyweight rankings here. There's some serious fighters on there, isn't there? Look, Kabayel, Dubois, Hrgovic. I'd like to see Hrgovic and Okolie, to be fair.
I like this. Let's have a game of matchmaking then. Yeah. Go on then, Leighton. If you could pick two of those to go together, you're the matchmaker.
So we're taking out. I'll take out Usyk. I'll go Martin Bakole versus Moses Atama with a full camp.
Martin Bakole versus Moses Atama. That is fireworks, isn't it?
I'd like to see Martin Bakole versus Dubois. Yeah, that's a good fight. I'd like to see. Do you know what? I'd like to see Wardley and Dubois get at it. I think that's a fight I'd like to see. All British dust-up for the WBO world title. Obviously, Dubois not far away. He's a former world champion at the end of the day. He's only lost to the big guys. Usyk lost his title too. I'd like to see Wardley and Dubois get it on. That'll be a good fight. But I'd also like to see Kabayel and Usyk. So, see how he gets on tonight, eh?
We've got, you know, so many potential matchups there, and one I was very lucky to be ringside for not that long ago was Fabio Wardley versus Joseph Parker. Talking of stories, we've spoken about, you know, you going at it in the pro game. We spoke about Lawrence Okolie. Fabio Wardley never had a single amateur fight. I know people are sick of hearing that, but that, you know, I think that is quite something, isn't it?
Of course it is. Now look at him, #1 in the world, Ring Magazine heavyweight rankings. So he took that chance.
That's it. Opportunity knocks.
100%, you know, like you were just saying there, for anyone that haven't done boxing or out like that, Fabio Wardley's a prime example, you know. He's never had an amateur fight, and like you said, I know people keep saying it, but that's the reality to it. He's never to go and jump in and 20 fights later, knocked 99% of them out, WBO world champion, knocking on the door for the big boy Usyk. Sign me up.
Do you know another one with Wardley was that night at Ipswich Town with the rain come lashing down, and it was like something. It was like something.
Like a Rocky story.
It was. It was like a Rocky story, and he was well and truly down on the cards. And I looked around at everyone ringside as people were kind of just sort of shaking their heads, thinking, "There's no chance. Like you've reached where you're going to reach." Justice Hooney was just a bit too good. He was an outstanding amateur fighter. He was picking him off, and boom.
Just found it.
It just came out of nowhere.
That's all it is in this heavyweight game, and I suppose in any shots, any weight can cause an impact. So,
and it was the first time I'd ever seen Eddie Hearn speechless.
Yeah, best thing for him.
That was Leighton, Eddie. If you are watching and listening, so much to look forward to. Hope you're enjoying your evening. Wherever you're watching the boxing, remember, live on DAZN later on, plenty more to come. And then January 24th, we are in Manchester for Moses Atama versus Jermaine Franklin, who's a solid opponent, by the way, and is coming to win. So that will be good. That's exactly the sort of opponent that Moses Atama wants, and hopefully, in the most positive way, he gives him those rounds, doesn't it?
Well, we all want to see the knockout, don't we? But for progression in his career at this age of his career,
for his own sake,
he's as like a friend, as a friend to him, I'd like to see him go a few rounds and get a few rounds in, maybe 6 or 7 rounds, and then blow him out of there. But you never know with Moses, do you? He's a phenomenal talent, and it's another fight I can't wait to see.
Do you know what? When in his last fight, was it his last fight? I can't quite remember. I watched so much boxing. I'm so fortunate to be ringside for so many great fights and fighters. It was the American who he knocked out in Glasgow. That was it. It was in Glasgow on the undercard of Josh Taylor versus Echo Esserman when Esserman beat Josh Taylor. Now, that highlight reel left hook which he landed Moses Atama looked fantastic. But when you were a few feet away from it, and the way that he drawed him in, and then he just, my goodness, it was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what a fighter as well. And by the way, that man wasn't, it was no sausage, he was there to fight in there to win. He come and put it on Moses, didn't he? And probably the worst thing he ever done. Yeah, listen, it was a peach of a shot he drawed out of him. I remember watching it, and he's only, what a lot of people are not, obviously a lot of people know, but what they don't take it like it. He's only 21 years of age, just turned. Do you know what I mean? He's just come out of his teens at the end of the day. Imagine him when he's 24 or 5. He's going to take some beating, you know. I think he's going to be the king of the heavyweights for the next, I think, 10 years, to be honest with you.
Well, that's Moses Atauma, and it looks like we're getting closer to moving on to our next fight. Probably got another few minutes, so if you want to go stick the kettle on, now might be the perfect time to do it.
Me and Leighton will get in and do a few rounds sparring.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll entertain the crowd, keep them going. But let's finally, before we get on with our next bout, talk 2026 wish list, both personally and for boxing. So personally, but by the time we get to December 31st this year, Leighton, start with you. What does the year look like for you perfectly?
I'd like to be 9-10-0 with 9 or 8 knockouts, pushing on 4 titles.
Nicely done.
Yeah, listen, me and Leighton's both at the same amount of fights I've sort of had, but I'm a little bit older than Leighton, you know. I'm going to get a couple of 6-rounders, a couple of 8-rounders, and then I'm going to start calling out the big boys, you know. I'm 25 in a few weeks, and I know I've been out of the sport for a few years, but I'm not even hit my prime yet, you know. I've like I said, I've only been back at training 18 months or something now, and I'm just getting going in the sport, you know. Just finding my feet in these pro games. Gives another 6 or 7 more fights, and I'll be up there with the big boys.
Well, perfect timing, because we are ready for the action to continue. Over to Mark Bergman.
Schwergewicht angesetzt auf 6 Runden. Ich rufe in die rote Ecke Salami.
Well, the action does continue, and a man dancing around on the stage and will make his way down the ramp is Salami, who has shared a few rounds in sparring with the likes of Agit Kabayel, but also he's been invited to a camp or two with Alexander Usyk, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever do it. So he's had that experience, got that experience, and we'll see what he's about as he tries to move to 10-0 this evening.
Und ich rufe seinen Gegner in die blaue Ecke, Triple D, Daniel Deets.
And what a tune to come out to as he dances his way to the ring or to the ramp. This is Germany's Daniel Deets, who's also got the alias of Triple D. But both him and Daniel Dubois, 2 Triple Ds in the same division together. This Triple D is 6'8.5". Some reports say 6'9". He's a big man, and he's got some heavy hands as well. At 15 wins, 14 of them have been stoppages. So I'll say it again, blink and you might miss it, but we'll see how the action unfolds in just a moment.
Ihr Punktgericht für dieses Schwergewichtsduell: Francesco Cipetto, Mauricio Rinaldo und Daniela Otten. Und Ihr Referee im Ring, Hendrik Schramm. Der Boxer in der roten Ecke ist 29 Jahre jung, 1,97 Meter groß und wog 116,4 Kilogramm. Als Amateur war er Staatsmeister in Österreich. Seine Bilanz als Profi: 9 Kämpfe, 9 Siege, 7 Knockouts. Geboren in Nigeria, lebt und trainiert er in Wien, Österreich, Salami. Und sein Gegner in der blauen Ecke ist 30 Jahre jung, 2,04 Meter groß und wog mit 125,4 Kilogramm. Als Kickboxer war er Weltmeister. Seine Bilanz als Boxer: 16 Kämpfe, 15 Siege, 14 Knockouts. Aus Neuwied, Deutschland, Triple D, Daniel Deets.
Well, we've had a bit of a theme this evening. 2 fights, both haven't gone the distance. Will these heavyweights continue that theme here in Germany? Şayun Salami fighting out of the red corner in those white shorts with the black trim from Austria, and Daniel Deets standing at 6'8.5" from Germany in those black shorts. Both fighters in the orthodox stance, and they are coming out swinging instantly.
We all love a knockout, don't we?
You can't not like the heavyweights, I don't think.
Well,
because anything's possible.
100%. Oh, good shots. One's 9-0 and undefeated fighter coming to win clearly, and the other one's 15-1, obviously coming to win as well. And they're both getting straight down to it here. Good job to the body, setting things up.
Deets just trying to establish that jab as he goes head and body, body and head there.
Salami's no walkover though. He's good shot. 9-0, isn't he?
Swings that left hook, Salami, and misses. Needs to just make sure he doesn't get caught after that one. Yep. Oh, nicely done there. Takes the shot well, does Salami. Keeps coming forward. Good jab upstairs and then sinks that right hand into the body, does Germany's Daniel Deets.
Oh, need to turn them hands over with the knuckle. Back on the jab. Good scrap this, boys, isn't it? Oh,
nice left hook there from Salami. That one landed, the 2 previous did. Another straight right hand gets through from Deets, who's having a go there, and the legs of Salami look a little bit unsteady.
He's grab him. Needs to grab him here and buy time.
What we'd hate is for this to turn into an ugly fight. It's good when they're at arm's length and letting their hands go.
A minute to go here, you know, in the opening round, and what a great first round. Both of them coming out swinging, landing big shots, and can't see this going the full distance. It's a good little fight, isn't it?
Good body work here from both fighters. Salami just constantly walking forward, trying to sneak through with a short right hand there as Deets rolls under that left hook.
He wants to work up close to see Salami.
Salami just nips the chin of Daniel Deets. It doesn't affect him though.
I can't see this going the 8 rounds if this continues. It's a good opening first round.
Good timing there on the response from Deets, who just tries to take the centre of the ring and throws that 1-2 very nicely. And doesn't neglect the body either, does Deets, which is good from a heavyweight because they so often go head hunting. And Salami coming back with some solid work of his own. Good opening round there, Will. What would you say if you were in either corner?
Good opening round, you know. I think with Salami, he needs to stop smothering his work a little bit, you know. He's doing good stuff and he's smothering his work. He's getting a bit close, especially for 2 big lumps of lads, you know. They need to he needs to try and keep it nice and long. When he was timing his shots, they were landing crisp, you know. The left hook was working nice. And, for the other lad, just needs to keep it on the jab, setting everything up, you know. I don't know, allowing Salami to come up close and make it horrible. Needs to keep on the jab.
Is this about timing, Leighton?
I'd like to see Deets, maybe put the weight on the back foot and just walk him onto something when he's just walking forward with his hands up, and I think that could be a fight-ending shot. But maybe even Deets putting his hands together a little bit more and not just maybe walking away.
Let's see what round 2 has got to offer. As we said, this one is scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Whether we'll get to the 6th and final round will be
It's a good fight on paper for 6 rounds. It was hard opening round to score, you know. Oh, good shots.
Both exchanging heavy blows in the opening part of round 2.
Good body shot. Maybe jab a bit more. There, setting up there, you know. He's timing something, you know. I can see it coming. Good shot. Right there, we're not smothering himself, keeping it nice and long. Boxing well here in the second round, Salami.
Salami looking a little bit more patient actually with his work. Doesn't look to be rushing it as much as he was.
Leaving a few gaps though around under the elbows and maybe carry that left arm a little bit higher.
And Daniel Deets just trying to get his timing right. And that was a nice right uppercut which snapped the head back of Deets. Salami having a proper go now. Just trying to rough him up as well.
Get back to his boxing, Salami. Stop smothering himself.
I think he just likes to be up close, doesn't he? And just wants to have a scrap. There's much more to boxing than that, though.
I mean, it looks like Deets is getting a bit knackered of Salami just walking forward constantly. And it doesn't look like he's got quite enough at the moment to kind of keep him at bay, does it? But how long can Salami keep this going for?
I like to see Salami when he's up close, touching with a few shots, and then wing a big one in. He's just looking when he gets up close to that one big shot, and he's covering himself up nice. His Dietz. Good shot.
Good shot. As you say, Salami doesn't know how to lose, does he? So
good shot
to roll over.
Good uppercut.
Good angle change. Nice angle change there from Salami. Oh, really good overhand left there from Salami, but Deets
took it well,
shakes it off, but he's definitely down on the cards on this round, in my opinion. He's got to do some work here. He started the fight well with that jab, popping it, body and head, wasn't head hunting.
Good jab. Like to see him double up with that jab and then throw that big right hand in.
I'd like to see him touch Dietz's body a bit more. Just headhunting a lot here.
Yeah, that's it. Salami looks like he's just trying to find that one shot.
Looks like a man possessed. Just wants to win so bad, doesn't he?
Oh, good shots back from Dietz though.
Good second round.
Very good second round there for Shayun Salami. And with 2 rounds gone, it does look like Daniel Deets is running out of options a little bit here, doesn't it?
He's running out of steam. Salami's coming on strong there, and looks like he's breathing heavy a bit in that corner. And Salami looks a bit fresh, so wonder if we can see a little knockout.
Well, what do you do when you've got a fighter like Salami who's just literally walking you down?
Do you know what it is? I think, like I said from the end of the first round there, he just needs to work his jab a bit more and keep Salami guessing. He's just allowing Salami to come forward and fight at his own game. He needs to get a few feints going and get that jab working and then work off that and go from there. But it looks like for me in that corner there, he's looking a bit tired, you know. If it keeps going the way it is, I can see Salami coming out as the winner, you know.
Generally a good operator is Daniel Deets. Only 1 defeat on his record, and that was a split decision in an IBF title fight. So, never been stopped.
I think there's one thing that we've learnt from this heavyweight game, boys, is one shot can change a fight, and he just needs to keep his boxing going, Salami, and I can see him getting the victory here.
Salami starting this round in exactly the same way that he ended the previous round, and that is walking forward,
that's better,
digging away at that body. But good to see Deets coming back with something there. If he's going to be on the ropes, he needs to work. That's much better from Daniel Deets. Oh, a swing and a miss there, blimey.
Nearly took out the cameraman.
Good right hand.
He's getting to him here. Feet slowing. He wants to grab an hold.
Down,
I mean, Salami, he's doing some solid work and he's getting through with some shots, but it doesn't look like Deets is going anywhere though, does it?
It doesn't, no. Like I says, when he gets up there close, he's just looking for that. See that one big shot. He's not touching away. He's a good body shot from Dietz. Good shot. Oh, good right shot.
Nice right hand there.
He's very unorthodox, this Salami, isn't he, boys? He's throwing from all angles and.
Well, they're sometimes the trickiest types of fighters to fight, aren't they? Because they don't throw shots how you're used to them coming at you.
This Salami just wants to fight, doesn't he? He's always there in his face and winning them in.
Good uppercut.
I'll tell you what, I think he'll do this for 6 rounds as well if Daniel Deets allows him to do it. He will just keep walking forward. He's got an engine.
Let's watch the reds there.
Body shot.
Looks a bit tired here, this Dietz. Just took a big deep breath.
Just needs to let his hands go a bit more. Just like he's taking a little bit too much.
Well, Deets made Salami miss there, but then didn't capitalise on it. And you guys know better than I do that if you're going to make someone miss, you've got to make something of that opportunity, haven't you? And there's a few times where a big left hook's gone straight past his head, and then he's kind of just stood there and done nothing.
Yeah, when you make someone miss, you make them pay. They made the mistake, capitalise on it.
I'd like to see Salami work the body and then coming back up over the top, you know. He's just headhunting all the time. And oh, good shot, good level change. Good uppercuts.
Well, Salami, solid right hand there, boys. Really good.
This Deets is saving it for the last 10, looks like. Saved it for the last 10 the second round and the same that round, so.
I didn't really, it was hard to score the first round. I don't know about you, but it was hard to score, but I think Salami's won the last 2 rounds.
I'd agree with that. And he's just doing more work, isn't he? He's just doing a lot more work, and that is purely how he's winning the fight. He's not technically brilliant, is he? But that is his work rate, and he's smothering him, which is making it hard. His
work rate and his determination to keep that winning record going, you know, and a good win on this show can lift you into good things, and he's just outworking him. No disrespect to the guy, he's not the most technically best in the world, is he? But he's working hard, and he's getting the job done, I personally think.
Sometimes it's as simple as that, Leighton, isn't it? Work harder.
Yeah, just you work harder than them and outwork them. Then, if that's what suits you, then that's how you want to win that way. I suppose, but a win at any cost, isn't it?
Well, here we go then, round 4 of 6. This one in the heavyweight division.
He's just walking through him, isn't he? Like, whatever Deets throws, he's just walking through him.
Good there from Deets. Nice to see him throw that jab and change the angle.
I think Deets has been fooling us that he's not tired.
Well, he hasn't got long to
prove
it, has he?
Yeah.
6 rounds soon flies by, especially when you've done a lot of work going backwards and finding yourself on the ropes and doing a lot of defensive work.
Where he is now,
takes its toll.
Have a good look round as well, lads. The arena's filling up nicely, isn't it? It's
He's just had a wobble back there.
He's knackered, isn't he?
Oh. None of this work from Deets is effective enough to keep Salami away.
But Salami isn't thrown as much as he was.
Good double jab.
He's not thrown as much as he was, Salami.
Good uppercut.
Oh.
Salami is like a man possessed, isn't he? Just even before the referees allowed him to continue, he's kind of turning, just walking towards him. And he's making this a really, really hard night at the office.
For Deets,
Deets.
For sure, but he's not throwing as much as he was. And there's not as much in his punches, it looks like, as there was.
They're both tiring, ain't they? They've been working hard and holding.
Do both men need to maybe do less, but do a bit more, if that makes sense. So
a bit less moving and a bit more punching.
Exactly that, rather than just kind of walking forward over and over again, throwing the same kind of rhythm and style of punches at the same power, because it's not really working for either of them, is it? I mean, well, it is working for Salami because he's winning this fight, in our opinion.
I think Deets has maybe hated this round. Yeah, caught some cleaner shots. He's just got no effect, though, has he, on Salami? He's landing some good shots. Tired here.
It's not eye-catching, is it?
Good work.
Good work there.
It reminds me a bit of Martin Bakoli.
That's nice on the back foot there from Deets. There was a good right uppercut which got through there, just above our commentary position at ringside. And this is much better. Some more effective work here. So we're going to the last few seconds of this round. And that was a much better finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a good round, like, you know. It was hard to score, to be honest with you. It was hard to score. It was much more like the first round. It was good. It was a good round of boxing. That I think Deets just edged that round.
Yeah, you felt like he did the better work on that back foot and the ropes, etc.
I think it could be 2-2 going into the last two.
Be interesting to see how this one has been scored. I mean, sometimes heavyweight fights can be, you know, amazing. They can be electric. It doesn't even matter if it's a kind of 1-0 versus a 2-0 fighter or whatever it is, or if it's, you know, an undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Other times they can become really untidy, especially when you've got big, tall, heavy guys and they're leaning on each other.
Big heavy men, aren't they? So the big heavy men. So it's going to take it out of them, isn't it?
And there's been a little bit of that, but it hasn't been dull, has it?
No, it's been a good watch, and up to now we've had 3 good performances.
Well, Daniel Deets is back out establishing that jab. We haven't seen him really trying to work that jab since round 1. And that was what was working really well for him in the opening round. And then it kind of disappeared in round 2. But 2 rounds to prove his worth and make a bit of a point here. I think he probably needs to win both of these rounds to get the nod, in my humblest of opinions.
Yeah, listen, these last 2 rounds, in my opinion, is the winner. Whoever takes these last 2 rounds wins the fight. Watch the edge.
Salami doing well to keep Deets on the ropes there. Just every time he moves an inch to the left or to the right, he kind of follows him and traps him in there again. Cuts that ring off well. But Deets probably isn't doing enough to try and escape.
I'd like to see Deets. Oh, good shot. I'd like to see Deets let his hands go a bit more now and show that he wants to win. There we go. He's doing some not bad work on the back foot though. This Salami's just smothering himself. See there? I think Dietz has took Salami's best work now, you know. And if he wants to win this fight, he's got to win this last minute and a half and push on for the last round and hopefully get the nod. But he's boxing well here. He's not really doing much, Salami, is he? Just walking forward with his hands up. Good body shot.
Yeah, Salami is just kind of doing the same thing, repeat, same thing, repeat. But
so they're just not... Oh.
I mean, Deets
looks more effective, doesn't he, then?
That's much better from Deets. Right, he needs to try and walk him onto something, doesn't he?
Yeah, like a big uppercut or something.
Because the opportunity's there, because all Salami's doing is walking forward. He just got to get the timing right.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, I know.
Yeah, definitely easier said than done, but if he found that shot, it could be a fight-ending shot. We're coming up to the last 30 seconds now, and there we go. Get angry. Just smothering himself again. And good body shot.
It's become one of those fights where if you showed people 2 rounds and told them it was exactly the same round and it wasn't, they'd believe you, because that's exactly what it's been like.
Tell you what, they are, they're both 2 tired men in there now, ain't they? They're both swinging away though. Oh, good shot. He's left it to the last 10. He might have just nicked this for the last 10.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, fair play to Shane Salami, who's really had a go there, and he has not taken his foot off the gas at all.
No, he hasn't. He's they're both trying, you know. It's been a good fight, and I think Salami just won that round, to be honest with you. I don't know, but from where I'm seeing, it felt like Salami just nicked that round, and I think if he wins this round, I think he's a clear winner.
Agree with that one, Leighton?
I think we could have a draw here.
Ooh. Did he just say
Imagine if I call it and I get it, eh? Should have put £50 on it.
I didn't think about draws, but actually, you might be onto something there. No one likes a draw, really, do they? The fighters don't like it, the crowd don't like it.
No, you don't like a draw, but you do like to see a winner, but could be the sad truth tonight, boys. God, they're both tired, look. Oh, we're going to have it off here, aren't we?
Right, well, will we see either or both fighters empty the tank in this 6th and final round? Both going for it. Salami doing what he does best, walking forward. Can Daniel Deets find something from somewhere and catch him with a decent enough shot, which is effective? He hasn't found it in the 5 previous rounds, but that means nothing.
It's been a big, a great prelims fight, definitely. Great fight for the prelims. Good body shot. Looks like he's tired here, Salami, doesn't he? Oh, having it off here, lads.
Both men exchanging heavy blows there. And Deets doing some good work there on the back foot. Not easy to do that. Really letting his hands go.
2 minutes to go.
In this last round. This is much better from Deets. Where was this the last couple of rounds? And Salami comes through with a big haymaker of a right hand over the top. Digging away at that body.
I tell you what, boys, what a fight. He's running at him now. Good shot. Good body shot that was. Big left hook now. He's tired.
Deets is absolutely exhausted, isn't he?
He's knackered.
If he's not, he's a good actor. But he looks shattered, understandably.
Yeah, when that man... a great learning fight. A great learning fight. Oh, stunned him there.
Still struggling to just get that timing right is Deets, but boxing well on the back foot.
I think Deets has had this last round, and we could have a draw here, lads.
Oh, decent right hand there from Salami, who is just attached to Deets and has been from the moment of the opening bell.
I think the last 50 here could be massive. Oh,
and Deets just screaming out aggression as he throws his punches in bunches there, and he's going backwards because Salami's forcing him.
Great shot,
but he's still punching.
Work there, need to let your hands go.
Goodness knows how many punches both of these men have thrown, but must be into the hundreds and hundreds of them.
Especially big Salami. Oh, last 10. Go on, boys. Get to it. Scrap it out.
Few seconds, which has been a bit of a slugfest, but a decent one as well. Salami just hasn't taken his foot off the pedal at all. And
good fight.
A solid performance from both of them.
Good fight, boys.
And fair play to him. Absolutely shattered, but that was...
thinks he's edged it and...
entertaining. Do you know what? It's a hard one to call. It is a tough one.
It is, yeah. It was a good fight. I don't know. Good fight.
I think for me...
you think Salami?
I think Salami.
Yeah. I do. Oh. Good fight, though. Very good fight. Good watch. I think we could see a draw here. I'm sticking to my word.
They're both going to know that they were in a fight when they wake up in the morning. That's for sure. But good for this German crowd who have come out early this evening. Doesn't always happen that in arenas. Sometimes you go to arenas around Europe and it's relatively empty until kind of the co-main and main event. But there's you know, say probably 50% full already, or or getting towards that figure, which is good to see, because it means these fighters lower down on the undercards are getting to perform not only
in front of a crowd, yeah, 100%,
but on DAZN as well.
I think it could be a little bit more than 50% full in here, you know. There's not really a lot of seats empty, is there? It's starting to fill up nicely.
We look forward to that main event buzz, which we always get in this sport.
Yeah.
And that music, and everyone gets out of their seats. But the crowd up on their feet here, and the majority of them.
So they should, yeah, great fight.
Well,
Big Salami thinks he's got it.
Has Salami got it, or has it gone to the man from Germany, Daniel Deets? So the referee has got the fighters together. Let's go over to Mark Bugman and find out.
Nach 6 hart umkämpften Runden musste das Punktgericht entscheiden. Ihr Urteil. 2 von 3 Judges wertet in diesem Kampf unentschieden.
Well, you called it.
Yeah. The future was really into the future. The future, you know me.
But you know what? Maybe that's a fair result, that a draw. No, we don't like the draws.
Yeah, I don't think any of them deserve to go home a loser or either or. So he started. He pulled it back, I think, the last 2 rounds.
Daniel Deets, he did. You're right. He was boxing well on that back foot.
But it was a good fight and it was a good watch, and I'd like to watch it again. So yeah, maybe they should get it on in the future, maybe for a bit longer rounds and scrap it out again.
Well, 3 fights done and dusted here in Germany on the prelims. 1 more to go before we live on DAZN later on with the main card, which is of course topped by Agit Kabayel, who has his homecoming, something which he's wished for, that he shouted for, and something which Frank Boren and Queensberry have delivered for him, and this place will be rocking later on.
Yeah, definitely. They've come to see their hero, haven't they? So fair play to them all. They've come out to see him, so credit where it's due.
Exactly, and sometimes there's certain places which don't get the kind of big fight nights and the big events. And there's particular fighters who are able to fill up a place like this and put it together. And that's not only important for them, but for all the fighters on the undercard as well. Yeah,
100%. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. He's on homecoming, and he's coming home, so they've come out for him. Fair play. But this Knyba's going to be no walkover.
Absolutely not. He's got some heavy hands, as Knyba.
Yeah,
solid
dude.
1-2. Yeah. He's knocked many a man out and properly flattened them as well. So this is not it's not meant to be a walk in the park. That's the truth. Right, we are ready for our final bout of the prelims. Over to Mark.
Let's have it.
Im Schwergewicht, angesetzt auf 8 Runden. Und ich rufe in die rote Ecke Brian Zwart.
I think this one's a bit of a late comer, is he?
He is. So this is Brian Zwart from the Netherlands. Very, very late notice opponent. Stepped in almost pretty much of a last minute. So hats off to him.
He's a big old boy.
And another heavyweight contest.
I've been looking forward to watching this Kevin dude. Watched him at the weigh-in yesterday in some shape. Great shape.
Kevin Saszik.
Well, the noise has gone up a notch inside the arena as Kevin Saszik was announced, as he just takes his time on that stage and he'll make his way to the centre of this arena.
Great ring song.
Fantastic ring song. And he'll be looking to put on a solid performance. And the crowd are loving a bit of this, which is great to see. He's a unit as well, isn't he?
He's a big fella. Old lad, big old lad he is. He's, so is the lad he's fighting though, you know.
Ihr Punktgericht für dieses Schwergewichtsduell besteht aus Mauricio Rinaldo, Hendrik Schramm und Daniela Otten. Ihr Kampfrichter im Ring Marco Morales. Der Boxer in der roten Ecke ist 22 Jahre jung, 1,99 Meter groß und ist vergangene Nacht erst hier eingesprungen. Seine Bilanz: 12 Kämpfe, 6 Siege, 4 Knockouts. Aus Wiesbaden, Deutschland, Brian Zwart. Sein Gegner in der blauen Ecke ist 34 Jahre jung, 1,88 Meter groß und wog ein mit 104,4 Kilogramm. Seine Bilanz: 9 Kämpfe, 9 Siege, 3 Knockouts. Aus Witten, Deutschland, Kevin Saszik.
Well, here we go then, the final bout of the prelim show. Brian Zwart versus Kevin Saszik in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, he's in some shape, Kevin.
Kevin Saszik in those white shorts with the white gloves, and Brian Zwart, a late replacement, boxing out of the red corner with the red shorts.
I'd like to see Kevin just twat him over the top with that big overhand.
Saszik just trying to take the centre of the ring. Lots of feints there. Down to the body from Saszik.
He's an awkward guy, this guy in the red shorts. What's his name?
Brian Zwart.
Brian Zwart, yeah.
He looks a bit hesitant at the moment, does Zwart, but understandable.
Yeah, dropping his hands. He's come out well, he's boxing well here, is Zwart. He looks a big awkward lad, you know. I think Kevin just needs to get in there and close the distance a little bit more and let his hands go.
Nice right hand there from Saszik, who lands a really good right hand straight over the top and kind of punches the air as he runs back to the neutral corner. But Brian Zwart felt that one, and I'm not sure he's going to make the count here. And the referee
lovely shot.
Reaches the count of 10. It was a decent right hand straight over the top, and the legs went underneath Brian Zwart, and he didn't fancy anymore. It looked like he was coming from the opening bell. He wasn't rushing his work at all. And he found it.
There's some shot that. Yeah, I said just moments before, you know, he needs to get in there and close the distance a little bit more and let his hands go, and that's exactly what he done. And it was a peach of a right hand, and it was he didn't want to know as soon as he connected.
Absolutely loves the sport, does Kevin Saszik. Also a model in other days of life.
Is he?
Yeah, been seen on the Berlin Fashion Week and so on.
Yeah, he's a big lump, isn't he?
He's a man in tremendous shape, and he can clearly fight.
Definitely, 100%, you know. Yeah, he can scrap.
The doctor just checking over Brian Zwart.
Shot that overhand.
You can't see in vision at the moment, but he's just sat on his stool, and he's okay.
Yeah, good to see he's okay and up.
especially after a heavy knockdown like that, because it was a big thudding right hand. And he kind of found himself on the canvas, and his legs didn't want to get up. They didn't want to stand him on his to his full height. Well, 4 fights done and dusted. 3 of them haven't gone the distance.
Yeah, it's been a good start to the night. Great start to the night.
And plenty more still on the way. And obviously Brian Zwart was a very, very late replacement, which takes a lot of guts to turn up, get in the centre of that ring and fight in front of a big audience against, you know, a home fighter as well.
Undefeated fighter as well, I believe. What is he, 9-0? Is he's...
yeah, 9 fights, 9 wins.
9 fights.
That was knockout number 4 for him, so...
Yeah, listen, to come and take it on, he showed a great counter style, you know, before he got caught with the right hand, and as soon as he closed the distance, he got caught with that right hand. It was just good night for him.
Yeah, I don't think many people could take that right hand, though. It was flush on the chin, wasn't it? Took his block off.
Textbook stuff. Well, the referee will get both fighters to the centre of the ring. We shall find out the official time. And remember to switch over to DAZN.
Live and exclusive on DAZN.
After this, because loads and loads more to come.
Kicking it off with Nelvi Tiafak versus Peter Cwick.
I'm not quite sure what the hold-up is here. I can't get his gloves off in the red corner, but I don't necessarily need to get the gloves off. Unless that is a rule here in Germany.
Maybe. I think everyone's done it so far, haven't they? Yeah. Interesting one.
But the referee's had enough of them trying to get the gloves off, so here we go then, the official time.
Sieger des Kampfes nach 1 Minute und 18 Sekunden in der ersten Runde durch Knockout, Kevin Saszik.